Uses of petroleum. So petrol and diesel are used as fuel in vehicles. We use petrol and diesel as fuel in vehicles, and then only vehicles run, vehicles move. So these products, petroleum and diesel, we used in vehicles as fuel. Paraffin wax is used for making candles. Yes, I told you paraffin wax is a product of petroleum. From the oil after refine it, we get this product paraffin wax along with petrol. This product we use it for making candles, and use it for some creams also. We use this product, like example Vaseline. LPG and kerosene are used for cooking. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, is called LPG. As I told you, LPG. It is called liquefied petroleum gas. Liquefied petroleum gas. This is the full form of LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. It is used for the gas which we use at home for cooking. Kerosene also we use for cooking. Yes. The main oil refineries in India are at Digboy, Kochi, Madura, Haldia, Barauni, Mumbai and Chennai. These are the states or places where we can find the oil refineries, where this oil gets refined, undergo process, and they clean it, and we get the products like petroleum, paraffin wax, LPG, oil, etc. So from oil to petrol. So mineral oil, we take it out from the reservoirs, isn't it? By drilling holes under the sea, we get this mineral oil. That is a crude oil or natural form. It contains many compounds or impurities, and it will takes to the oil refineries. There it undergoes some process. They undergo some change, and they clean it, and we get many products like oil, petroleum, kerosene, LPG, diesel, etc. Isn't it? Yes. Next is natural gas, the another important natural fuel, or what we say, non-renewable resource. Natural gas, the gas which we used for cooking. Natural gas is found along with the petroleum in the oil wells, where we get petroleum, that mineral oil, where we drill the holes under the sea to get. There itself we can, there along with the petroleum, along with the oil, we can find natural gas also. It is used as domestic and industrial fuel. Yes, domestic purpose means for at home, at our houses, common people use it for cooking. And industrial fuel. In industries also we use this gas as a fuel to make many items, many products. It is cheaper than petrol or diesel. Petrol, diesel is high costly, but natural gas this is cheaper than petrol and diesel. Compressed natural gas, CNG, is also used as motor fuel. CNG we say. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. CNG is compressed natural gas, we say. Compressed natural gas. It is CNG. Compressed natural gas. This gas nowadays, it is used as fuel for running vehicles. Some auto rickshaw painted with green and yellow. These vehicles use the gas, CNG gas, to run the vehicle. It is a friendly fuel, we say. No pollution for that fuel. So it is a clean fuel, we can say. It is used as motor fuel. Some vehicles runs on this CNG, compressed natural gas. It does not cause pollution, and it is called clean fuel because it does not cause any pollution, any air pollution. It is a clean fuel. It's a friendly fuel, we can say. It is clean fuel. CNG is directly supplied from the gas field through pipelines. Gas field means where we find the natural gas underground. Underground, where we get this natural gas, that field. So it is supplied from there through pipelines. Big pipelines will be there. Through that, from the underground, CNG gets supplied. Such a network of pipelines exists in Vadodara and some parts of Delhi. This kind of pipelines are in Vadodara and in some parts of Delhi. From the underground itself, they keep some pipelines, and directly it will send through pipelines. CNG gets like that. Uses of natural gas. It is available to us as transport fuel and domestic fuel. We use in transport. Some vehicles run on compressed natural gas, and we use it as a fuel for cooking also. Features of good fuel. So we learned about different kinds of fuel. We learned about coal. We learned about petroleum. We learned about natural gas. These are fossil fuels or natural fuels, or we can say non-renewable resources. We get these fuels from deep under the earth. From the dead remains of plants and animals that buried under the earth millions of years ago form a rock type layer, or they form into this called petroleum and natural gas, isn't it? Yes. So they are fossil fuels, we say. They mix up with the soil, and under the heat and pressure they form some rock form. It is solid fuel. Petroleum also we get like that under the sea. The dead remains of plants and animals are there under the sea, buried millions of years ago. We drill holes into it, and we get it in the form of mineral oil. This oil we have to send to oil refineries to clean it. It undergoes some process, and we get many products from there like petroleum, diesel, natural gas, etc. Natural gas, we use it as a fuel for cooking and also for industries. For fuels, compressed natural gas we use. It is a friendly fuel, or we say a clean fuel, because it does not pollute air. Now, what is a good fuel? Features of good fuel. Good fuel has the following features. It produces lot of heat energy. Fuel means it produces energy. So good fuel means it produces lot of heat energy. It does not leave behind any waste product. When we heat it, they won't leave any waste product when we heat. It does not produce smoke. There won't be any smoke that pollute air. It burns quickly. It burns very fast. So these are the features of a good fuel. Good fuel means it produces lot of heat energy. It does not produce any smoke, or does not leave any waste product behind, and it burns quickly. These are the features of a good fuel. Okay? Yes, children. So we are learning about fuels. The fuels we use, isn't it? Yes. So any substance that produce heat energy on burning and release energy, produce heat and release energy on burning, it is called fuels. That is called fuels. And petrol, diesel, gas, natural gas, they are all fuels that we use in our daily life, isn't it? Yes. So there are three types of fuels we learned. Natural fuels, or we say fossil fuels, isn't it? Natural fuels we can say, or they are also known as fossil fuels. Why they are called fossil fuels? Because we get these fuels from the dead remains of plants and animals that buried under the earth millions of years ago. These dead remains of plants and animals are called fossils. So that's why it is named as fossil fuels. Natural fuels occurs in nature. This we get from the nature itself. It is there in the nature. Example: coal, petroleum, natural gas. These are the examples of natural fuels or fossil fuels, and they are also called non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources. Why? Because they are available only limited quantity. We cannot create it again once it is used up. So we have to take care of these resources while we are using. We should not waste these resources when we use. Only for necessary we should use. Unnecessarily we should not waste it. Then we learned about other type of fuel. It's renewable fuel or renewable resource. We say renewable means we can create, or we can use it, reuse it again, or reconstruct or replenish it again, and they are continuously available in nature. Example: water, wind, sun. These are renewable resources that continuously available in nature. It never runs shortage, isn't it? So natural fuels we learned, or non-renewable resource, and the other one is renewable resource. So here again we learned about different kinds of this renewable resources or natural fuels. About that we learned. First we learned about coal. Coal is nothing but it is a solid fuel, isn't it? It is hard as rock. It's a black brownish color. It is in black color and it is hard as rock. That's why it is called solid fuel. Actually, we get coal from when we dig under the earth, because of the decomposition of this organic matter, dead remains of plants and animals buried under the earth millions of years ago. They, under heat and pressure, they form a rock, sedimentary rock. It is called coal actually. And when we dig deep inside the earth, we get coal. It is called coal mining. There are many places in India where we get coal, isn't it? Yes. And we use coal for the production of electricity, for cooking purposes. In factories we use coal for making steel, iron, paper, cement. For making all these things we need coal. So it has many different uses. Then we learned about petroleum. Petroleum is another natural fuel where we get from deep under the sea. That remains of plants and animals formed millions of years ago under the sea. It is available in an area under the sea called reservoirs. We drill holes, dig wells, and we get petroleum. It is available in mineral oil form. We get it in a mineral oil or crude oil, we say. Natural oil, we say. We get it in this form. Then it will take in oil tankers to refineries where they undergo some process and they refine it, they purify it, because from the deep inside the earth under the well we get this in as a mixture of many compounds mixed together, and we get. So we have to separate these compounds, so we have to separate the impurities and we have to clean it. So in refineries they do this process and we get there are many products of petroleum, like we get petroleum, then we get oil, we get paraffin wax. Paraffin wax, it is used for making candles and in some creams. Then we get natural gas. Then another one we get is what? Diesel. These all things we get from after refining petroleum, the oil, mineral oil. After refining we get all these products along with petrol, isn't it? Yes. So this natural gas is another natural fuel. Natural gas is another natural fuel which is used for cooking purposes mainly, and also in industries we use for making some other products. And CNG or compressed natural gas. Nowadays vehicles run on CNG. It is called a clean fuel because it does not pollute air. That is why it is called clean fuel. There are some vehicles which run on CNG. So CNG is also used to run vehicles as fuels we use. We have liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. Liquefied petroleum gas we use for cooking purposes also. LPG called liquefied petroleum gas and CNG is called compressed natural gas. So these two gases, natural gases, we get along with the petroleum product. And the good features of a fuel means it burns quickly, it produces lot of heat energy, it does not produce any smoke or black smoke when it burns. And another feature is that it does not leave behind any residue, or we say any waste when we burn it. So these are the features of a good fuel. It burns very quickly or fast. It doesn't produce any waste, left behind any waste, and then it produces a lot of heat energy. Then it does not produce any smoke. These are the main features of a good fuel. Yes, so there are some vehicles, which run without fuels. To run those vehicles, we don't want fuel at all. Can you name those vehicles, children? Have you seen vehicles running without fuels? Car, auto, then bike, then scooters, everything, train, aeroplane, everything need fuel to run. But there are some vehicles that runs without fuel. Yes, your bicycle, you enjoy riding bicycle. Your bicycle, you need petrol or diesel to run it, to move it. No, it does not require it. So bicycle is a vehicle which runs without fuel. Then there are bullock carts, tonga, a horse pulling cart, isn't it? Then rickshaw, a man pulls a rickshaw, the people sit and travel. For short distance they use rickshaw and all, isn't it? So these vehicles, they are vehicles only moving on the road, but they does not require any fuel. So there are vehicles which runs without fuels. So vehicles without fuel. There are many vehicles that do not need fuel. They are run by human and animal power. Rickshaws, bicycles are the vehicles that are run by humans. You can see the image of humans running rickshaw. Then they are used to travel short distance. For short distance we use this rickshaw. Tongas, you can see the image. Tonga, bullock carts and camel carts are some vehicles that do not need fuel at all. They are pulled by animals, isn't it? Yes. They are used to travel and carry goods from one place to another. We use these vehicles, animal carts, for transporting goods as well as people also. They move from one place to another in tongas, bullock carts, and in rickshaw run by humans. These vehicles does not require any fuel. Other uses of fuel. Besides being used in vehicles, fuels have many other uses. Fuel we use not only to run vehicles. Other uses are there. Coal is used to produce electricity, that we already seen, isn't it? We use coal mainly for producing electricity. Kerosene is used in stove. In stove they use the fuel kerosene to cook food. LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, we use for cooking. You know, at your home you can see it burns with a blue flame. Your gas flame color is blue, isn't it? And does not cause any air pollution. It does not cause air pollution. So it is an eco-friendly fuel. We can say it is a friendly fuel. Eco-friendly. Friendly to the environment. Why? Because it does not create any air pollution. Does not pollute air. So it is an eco-friendly fuel. Like CNG, clean fuel. Diesel is used in generators to produce electricity. Diesel also we use in generators to produce electricity. When power is not there, in some companies, factories, they use generators, isn't it? When power if not there, they run generators. Generators runs on diesel. So these are the other uses of fuel. Coal we use for producing electricity. Kerosene we use in stove for cooking. LPG is a gas we use for cooking at home. It burns with a blue flame and does not pollute air. So it's eco-friendly fuel. And then diesel we use in generators to produce electricity.